Okay, one of my newest members presented a little challenge and posted this chart and asked if members of the group would help point out the trades in this chart, that this chart was confusing. This chart's beautiful. So many trades on here, it's crazy. So I'm going to do an analysis of this chart because I think it'd make a great video, and we're going to walk through this action. I'm going to assume this is a 3-minute chart. The reason why I want this to be a 3-minute chart is because each candle has more structure. So under a 3-minute candle is a 1 minute, 1 minutes, right? Then there's 30 seconds and there's 15. If this is a 15-second chart, I'm less interested in, well, each candle is weaker. So I'm assuming this is a 3-minute chart. I don't know the scale. I don't know if this is a 10-point candle or if that's a 2-point candle. So I'm flying a little blind here, and I will make my notes as needed. So price is going up here, and then when it goes down, I'm automatically looking to see if I can draw some levels. Now for this level, there wouldn't be one because I didn't really have a good 2-candle clearance before price went away, so I'm not interested. You could, sorry, this is in Photoshop, so it's not perfect. You could have a break level here. I'm not sure I would take this break level short because these candles got really close. Once again, I'm flying blind here. I don't know if that's a tick away, if that's 5 points away. But somewhere in there could have possibly been a short off the break level. So price is here, price goes down. I do not know how far this distance is, but I don't like how these candles are horizontal. I would not be interested in this short for the same reason I wouldn't be interested in this short. So let's talk about that. Let's say I have a level here. What I want is I want price. Let's do it up here. I want price to go down, 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 and then come up and touch. There I want to go short. I don't want there to be a level. Price goes down and it kind of camps out here. Not interested, because very well that's what happens. I see it too often. One of the things you hear me say often is there are easier trades. Not interested in either of these shorts because we camped out. No big deal. Don't take the trade. There's easier trades. Then comes up to the break level, finally falls, and then busts through. So now we would be looking for, you can even mark it all the way back here. Now you're looking for this possible long, okay? So price goes up, comes down. I'm looking to see if I can draw a level. Why don't I love this? I don't know how much distance there is here, but you could take this trade. Price never violates the break level, so you would make money on it. I'm just not in love with the distance I have here. I want more distance for the same reasons we talked about these shorts. Price comes down, touch, rebounds up, comes back down. Somewhere in there I would have been out at a 50% profit. No big deal. Once again, you'd have had a little bit of a break level. I don't know how close this got, but depending on how close it got, there would have been a short. Price busts through, comes back down. I'm not sure I would make this a level, but you could have. It still did a touch bounce. You made tiny. Then you had a little break level and price took out the break level. You had consolidation here. You could maybe say there was another break level, maybe. I would like to see the chart where I could manipulate it a little bit more. But in some sense, you could say this took out 2 break levels, and you may not want to trade at all, even though you have this obvious hold level that you could have went long. You can take any trade you want as long as you do it small leverage. But when it does take out 2 break levels, I tend to say, hey, don't trade. Wait till it starts bouncing again. Also, if this was an 8-point candle, I definitely would not be taking this trade, but I'm flying blind here. So either don't take this trade or take it small leverage. Price goes up. You could have taken this break level short. No problem. Money, money, money. Price comes down a little and this should have been your long entry for sure. This should have been your long entry for sure. Now you can say ladder 1, ladder 2, this is ladder 3. So typically ladder 2 and ladder 3, I go larger leverage, but ladder 2 happened after it took out 2 break levels. So I may not have even taken it. If I did, it'd have been small. This one I would have definitely taken, and you would have been glad because you would have had a nice run. In fact, let's talk about this. So let's say you're in this long. You want to manage it. Price goes up. I want to develop protection layers. So this is a hold level where if price touches it, it will bounce, just like it did here. I like to have 2 protection layers. So as price goes up, this would be the first one. When it comes down and goes back up, I now have this layer and I have a break. So I would have added right here because I had 2 candle separation. I'm already in a long. I'm looking to add to a long, but this entire trade would have gotten me out right here. Whatever this distance is would have been my profit. So that's how I would have managed this trade in that area. So you would have gotten out here. Price came down. You'd had an opportunity to go short right there if you wanted. Once again, we are trending up. Do you want to take a short against trend when we only took out 1 break level? So it's up to you. Take any trade you want, as long as it's small leverage. It's an obvious level. Price came here, touched. I would have went long small because it only took out 1 break level, but I would have went long small, and boy, you'd have done well here also. You could have drawn a level here and added right here. So now I'd have been in this, added here, and to be honest, I'd have probably been out somewhere right there. There ain't a whole lot in this here. Nothing I'm really that interested in. There could have been if you wanted a short here, but I'm in a long. So all I'm looking for is, can I add to my long? I want this thing to keep laddering up. And what happened here? It made a new high, failed here, took out break levels. So that's where I would be out. So that's my analysis of this. Actually, I can just turn off that layer. Is recognizing at some point here, we are laddering up. 1 ladder, 2 ladder, 3 ladder. Okay, realizing you're laddering up and saying, okay, if I want to only trade with trend, I'm only looking for longs. It makes it so easy. So what if I'm presented with a short? You don't have to take it. They're easier trades. If we're laddering up, you should only be looking for longs. Make your life easy. You don't need every trade. You need the easy trades. All right, before I let you go, there's one additional thing I want you to look at on this chart. How many times do you believe that we laddered up? It looks like about 7 ladders up. So is there any shock that we decided to consolidate here at the top?